Hello everybody, it is FRC round 5 of 16, and we're here at Barcelona. And after some interesting qualifying results, we are prepared for the race. As weather reports say, it is going to be raining in Catalonia again, and looks like it's going to be raining as hard as it was in the qualifying session. Let's see who's going to win today, but as we know, it can be a bit difficult to overtake at Barcelona, uh, especially uh, in wet conditions, but everything can happen as um, there are going to be a lot of mistakes happening today, I guess. So now we're just going to take a look at the starting grid, and actually we'll try to finish the race as fast as possible, because there is also a real one qualifying happening. So let's take a look at the starting grid. Here we go. Bago starts from pole with Fujikarmi in second place. Then we've got Max Midler and Santino Andreoli, who is starting on P4. Dane Fraser P5, Apovic P6, then Jake Tilsley, Sami Toscan, Adam Hidayat, who's got a 5 places grid penalty for a collision with Rosetta Martinez in Bahrain, and P10 for Litmin Basalik. P11 it is Nicholas Johansson, P12 the fastest of Williams Musa Karimov, then Erga Hanebusa, Berta Kieslin, Benji Rushton, Jafari Blackwood. On P17 Andrew Parcells, starting ahead of two HRTs of Jacob Holker and Fernando Tost. P20 is Rosetta Martinez, P21 it's Miha, and P22 it is Fritz Soler. So both Toro Rossos are starting at the back of the grid. Enough talking, now let's take a look at how the weather looks like. And it is raining as predicted. Looks like the start of the race it's going to be some light rain, and at the end is going to be raining really hard, so probably there are going to be some pit stops from intermediates to wets at the end of the race. But as we see on the left, it's not raining that much. No, we're actually starting on wet tires compound. P1 is Bagus, and P2 it is Uchi Carmen. So we have 4 lights and 5 lights, 50 laps around this beautiful Spanish circuit. I wait and it slides out, and away we go. Bagus has a pretty good, decent start. Armin keeps his second position. But no, he's on to third as Max Midler dives around the inside and takes the first place into turn 1. Looks like no collisions into turn 1, and that's great. So nobody has got a damage in such an early stage of the race. Smithler is already defending from a DT Bugs, the 2011 world champion. And if we take a look at the top, we have Walsh P3, Bugs P2, and Max Miller on first place. Adam Hidayat is trying to gain some positions from the start after this penalty for an accident at Bahrain, but now he's still on P9. And here goes Aditya Bagos. On the inside, oh, and they collide, and they both spin, oh gosh. What was that? It's going to be... Actually, Samitos can on P4, but he has to pit. Oh, that was such a dramatic start of the race. But anyways, Max Midler increases the gap ahead of other drivers. Bagas collides with Wuchi Carmen, who's got a rear wing damage. And Max Miller is pulling away from other drivers. Meanwhile, it's a yellow flag again. Oh, it is McLaren of Abovich, who collided with the ID2 actually. So let's get back to this corner of death, I would say. But the corner of death is actually the final corner of Malaysia. Spagus is trying to make a move, and they both collide. Abovich. Oh, just look how they spin synchronized. Okay, I would give it 5 out of 6. What's happened to Vujic? I think it was some different collision. Yep, it was Sametoskan.
Watch out for debris.
What about other collisions? Santin Andreoli. Damaged front wing as well. Oh, looks like it was Jake Tealsley. No. No! He just lost the traction himself. No, there was actually a collision. Anything else? What's happened at the back? Actually with Abovich. After he has lost his front wing. Oh, that was a huge. There was a collision between him and Paracelsus. And the GOM driver takes out the race, the McLaren driver of Abovich. That's how crazy the start was. Now let's get back to the action happening on the track. 5 seconds gap between Smitler and Bugs already, but both of them they don't have any damage. Fraser goes for move on Jake Tealsley, who closes the door quite aggressively, but still allows Daniel to overtake himself. But it's just for now. Side by side, they come into the next corner. Corner number 3. They're still side by side. Oh, and actually run the outside. Jake Tealsley keeps the position. Another yellow flag with Benji Russian spinning, luckily having no damage, but what was that? It was just a mistake, running wide. Probably because he does not have that much experience like other drivers on such wet conditions. Sanchina, Andreoli, Vucicarmin, Oscar, Martinez and Holke were in the pits. And for now, the fastest pit stop was 9.7 seconds, I think, if I'm not mistaken. That's going to be actually very difficult to get closer to Max Mittler for DTR bugs, but the gap is already 4.6 seconds. Nicholas Johansson leaving Passau had the battle there. Nicholas is on P7. And yep, the car is still there. It's going to be a really long time with the yellow flags into the third sector. Look what's happening at the main straight, basically nothing, but now it's another 0.3 of a second gained by the Red Bull of DTO Bagus. Now we actually have some battles at the back, as it is Erika Hanebusa making her way up into 9th place. We're taking Paracelsus. As now we have Fernando Tost on P13 and only one driver from top 10 actually losing some positions. And it is Aditya Bagus, started first, but as the result of this uh, accident into Lakaixa, he is now on second place. But still, he's successfully gaining on the Ferrari in front. But looks like it's going to be another position gained for the Force India driver really soon, especially for Litmin Pasalic, who's fighting for P7 with the Zabor of Nicholas Johansson. There he goes, or not. He decides to stay in P8. This is Lessig will give up now, 4 seconds. TechDLC says the lap time of 1:32.3. As it is the fastest lap of the race for now. Jafari Blackwood goes for a move on Andrew Paracellos into turn 1, and yep, it's Mercedes in the point zone. Still 4 seconds between Smitler and Bagos. How's the car doing there? Just a few meters to go, come on. Virtual Marshal, you can do that. Come on. Yep, it's like the virtual safety car, but instead it's a virtual marshal. Have some pretty close battles there, like Fraser and Hidayat, who's already on P5. Berta Kieslin. Looks like Caterham is about to be overtaken by Mercedes once again. Not the same by a different driver, but whoa, what was that? I mean, we've seen a lot of this on the pit lane, but that's illegal. I want to know how does it work. But luckily both drivers are still in the race. Not considering this pro gamer move by Berta. He's now losing a lot of time to Paracelsus, and now he is going to be defending from Fernando Tost. Hidayat still cannot get closer to Daniel. Meanwhile, it's lap 5. And yep, talking about the strategies. Most of the drivers are going to be pitting in 8 or 9 laps, while others are going to be pitching in 15 laps time. And yep, looks like Vucek actually has got some interesting strategy. He does not want to lose any time with this 3 piece of strategy, so he decides to stay long after his rear wing being repaired. Unlike others who had to pit on lap 1, as these drivers have about 13 liters of fuel. Bertakesen goes for a move on Paracels once again, but this time it was not even close. Yep, the gap is now 3.3 between Bagus and Smitler. Let's see if Jake is even faster than his teammate. The gap was 2.2 after lap number 5, and it is still 2.2 after the first sector of lap number 6. Another tenth of a second gained by buggers. Well, nothing happens actually. We can just take a look at the gaps between top 3. Okay. Um, Boom. Probably there is a battle for P6. No, not really. And meanwhile, Berta Kieslin overtakes the Caterham. We missed that moment, but the overtake just took place in turn 1. Nice overtake. Now look how strong Fernando's pace is. Probably not really, but he's right at the back of Andrew Paracelsus, so the Guam driver may lose another position. And as we can see, probably Jake is trying to take a look into his mirrors, but he cannot see anything in there. Yeah, but that's interesting. Jake is faster than Bagus. Bagus is faster than Smidler. And yep, here's Fernando trying to go for the move. And Benji Rushton has gained a lot of time after his spin, and now he's fighting for P15 with Fritz Holler. Oh, that's pretty close between Tost and Paracelsus. Should take a look at it once again. How fast HRT actually is on the straight. Oh, and I did probably can already see Max Miller. 2.7 to Max and 1.9 to Jake. Meanwhile, Fernando side by side with Andrew Paracelsus, and into the first corner it's going to be P12. It's going to be P12, while Benji Rushton overtakes Fritz Holler quite successfully into turn 1. Well, let's have an onboard lap with our race leader, Max Miller, who had a 5 seconds 5-second advantage after lap 1, and now it's lap 9, and the gap is much less, 2.3 seconds ahead of Aditya Bagas as the driver comes through turn number 3 into turn 4. To Repsol he goes as his time on sector 1 was 23.64. Into turn 9 as the driver is going to complete the middle sector with a time of 57.912, 57.697, 57.528. Here's the rock chicane and turn 16. The turn which is named Catalunya. 132.0, 131.8. TTC is flying. But let's see who's going to pit earlier. He's going to be Aditya or it's going to be Jake Teasley. Both of them have the same amount of fuel. But as we know, the double stack is always means something bad. Come on, we need some action. As meanwhile, Musakarimov is running on P6. That's a decent result for the Williams at the moment. And yep, also have to notice something interesting in the standings. The interesting thing is that everything is pretty close there. Oh, look at that. 1.6 between Smithler and Bagus and 1.6 between Bagus and Tealsley. But anyways, what I was talking about is that Aditya Bagus is now the championship leader ahead of Santino Andreolo in second place and Vucci Carmen on third. Aditya Bagus has 46 points, Santino Andreolo just 1 point behind with 45 points and 44 points for Vucci Carmen. As you can see, Vucci Carmen is running on P18 only, Santino Andreolo P17 only. Bagus will try to extend his championship lead, while Benji is going for another take on another Toro Rosso, this time on Miha, the Tajik driver. And let's talk about the standings a bit later, as Benji Rushton makes the move stick. The next driver on his way is going to be Andrew Paracelsus, and as I was talking about his lack of experience in rainy conditions, now he actually proves me wrong. Because look at his pace, he's much faster than Toro Rossos, he's much faster than Caterhams. Yep, that's not the best I could say, but anyways, forget it. Max Miller is running on first at the moment, is on P4 in the standings as well, with 41 points. So gap between Bagus and Smithler is just 5 points at the championship. And virtually, Max Smithler is leading the race and leading in the championship as well. Looks like Tealsley's pace is gone a bit. 1 second between Smithler and Bagus, and 1.4 between Bagus and Tealsley. So Jackie is not gaining that much on the Red Bull of Aditya. Probably the slipstream behind Max helps Aditya be faster than his teammate? Probably not. Anyways, let's continue reviewing our championship standings. As on P5 we have Abovich 40 points, just 6 points behind Aditya Bagas. And on P6 it is Adam Hidayat who's running on P5 at the moment, and Rally makes the move on to P16, overtaking Vuj Karmin. Oh, it is Musa Karimov! Oh god damn it, I jinxed him. I'm sorry, I'm really sorry. On my way to jinx your teammate. What's happened there? It was the engine problem. And he stops right at the main straight. Well, he realizes that his power is completely gone. The engine just stopped working. He kept running with the speed of 50 miles per hour, and then he decided to crash into the wall. Yeah, we can see driver is slowing down a lot.
Watch out for debris.
Probably the same is going to happen for the top drivers when they'll approach this part of the track. Looks like Musa Karimov, yep, his car is getting removed from the track, so nobody will have to slow down that much. But actually now it's going to be a double stack for Red Bull. Bruh. Okay. I mean, that's a great job done by Red Bull strategists. So it may be Fraser moving up into third, but he'll be beaten in the same lap as Max Midler. I think it's enough gap between them. The gap is 7.5. I think it's surely going to be enough. No, I'm joking. Because the piss-offs usually take around 6 or 7 seconds. And the pit crew has to prepare for next pit stop for about 5 or 10 seconds. So yep, it's a double stack Grand Prix. It's going to take P3. I think it's going to be Adam Hidayat. I really don't want to jinx him. So it's going to be Ferrari 1-2 for now, with Hidayat up into third place, while the Red Bulls are beaten with this interesting double stack. Alright. And that's the race over for Jake Tilsley. What about the drivers beating this lap? First driver is going to be Litvin Pasalik, then it is Bartek Yeslin, Fernando Tost, who is on P10, Andrew Paracellas, and Jake Tilsley actually had a 23 seconds pit stop. So where is Aditya? He's on P9. Let's see how fast he's going to be with these new tires. But he has to remember that he has to warm them up. It is going to be really difficult because of the track conditions. It's pretty cold, it's pretty slippery there. So I think it's going to take a lot of time while Max Winter is staying out. Let's see if there is going to be a huge difference between the drivers or not. Adam Hide decides to stay out. Let's see if it's going to be enough for him to actually complete the lap. Fuel is low, says the engineer on the radio. The same information is on his steering wheel. Well, Lithuanian Pasalic pits with 5/10 of a liter of fuel remaining. We can see a lot of pit crew members of different teams in the pits. Lithuanian Pasalic will not be held by the HRT, I guess. But there is a Caterham at the back. 7.2. Nice. Looks like Berta Casting was held up in the pits a little bit. Let's take a look at the replay. Am I correct or not? Yep, I am. Yep, I am. 7.2 for Litmin, 6.3 for Berta, but he's been held up in the pits because of the Caterham pit stop. Fernando Tost 7.8 and Parcells 5.9. Jake Reels is going to be on P16, just ahead of Fernando Tost. Bencher Rushton beats as well, same away as Jafari Blackwood and Adam Hidayat. Nicholas Johansson beats as well. And anyone else? Yep, Rosetta Martinez as well, with Jacob Horliker. But they're just on dead last. Max Mittler has 3 liters of fuel remaining, the same way as his teammate Dane Fraser, while Adam Hidayat beats. Oh, he's held up. He's held up a little bit by Nicholas Johansson. And 6.2. Let's see where the Indonesian is going to be. And is he actually going to be ahead of Ditya Bagus? No, he's not, of course. But others, Nicholas Johansson 5.8, Jafari Blackwood 7.3, and Semtos Gun will be beaten next lap. Let's see where Jafari Blackwood is going to be. See, comes into the corner right in front of Sami Toscan. Rushton almost side by side with Fernando, but he's going to be behind. Fernando's P16, Benji Rushton P17, Rosette Martinez in the pits, and Jacob Holker in the pits. Who will be beating this lap? It is going to be Santian Drelli, the teammate of Adam Hidayat. And Semitos going to be P13, that's it. But for now, taking a look at the pit stops of some drivers at the back. Rosetta Martinez had a pit stop of 6.9, Jacob Holker had a pit stop of 6.5. And Max Miller repeats and Daniel Fraser beats. Actually, Daniel had enough fuel to keep going, but that's still a great strategy by Ferrari. Anyways, we've got the first driver left, it is Jacob Holker, and now we'll take a look at Santino's pit stop. .2. What is he waiting for? He was waiting for Samet Oskan. And when Samet... No, it was actually... Alright. Semetoskan in the pits with a with 5.9 seconds stop. We've got a yellow flag. Oh, Jake Dealsley! Oh, such a bad luck today for him. Oh, come on. Feel so sad for him. What was the problem here? Probably his own mistake, as he was staying right behind Berta Kieslin. Yep, such a slow pit stop because of a double stack and now spin into turn 3. That's not something you'd like to see if you're a Red Bull driver actually, but we've got a Ferrari double stack. Congratulations. 7 seconds pit stop, so probably Max will be in the lead, or Aditya. No, it's going to be Aditya Bagus in the lead of the race, because undercut has actually worked. Oh! Crap! Adam Hidayat is out of the race as well, because of the engine problem. They've raised a 23.2 seconds speed stop. Oh, the car is located so dangerously on the track. But luckily, the drivers avoid the yellow flag section. Actually, see anything else but happened because we can see yellow flag section, then a green flag, and then a yellow flag. That's interesting. Looks like no. Actually, everything is alright. So we've got green flags again. And Erika Hanebusa leading the race. Probably such nice flashbacks for her. But she'll be beating this lap. Oh, and she's actually... And probably she helps Max Miller to get closer to his rival. In this race at least. Maybe these two will be fighting for the championship for the second year in a row. Who knows, it's only the 5th race. We still have 12 more. Or actually 11. Wait. I mean, counting this one, it is 12. So yeah. Meanwhile, Miha in the pits, Hanebus in the pits, 5.5 seconds, wow! What a fantastic pit stop, but who is going to be in front? Erika Hanebus or Nicholas Johansson? It's an actual fight for the podium. Everything can happen. Which Carmen on P5 and Blackwood, Pasalic, Fraser, Kieslin and Fernando Dos on P11 is Bencher Rushton. Actually on P10 now. Look at his pace, he's flying. After this mistake he made up and now he's on P10. P12 for Paracelsus is ahead of Miha who had a pit stop. Probably he's going to be overtaken by Santino Andreoli. Not yet, not yet. For Solar, it was even a double stack for Toro Rosso. So I was thinking of Fritz scoring some first points in his Formula 1 career, but no, sadly not today. And as we could see, Max Miller just gained 1/10 of a second on Aditya Bagas on sector 3 of lap number 19. And yep, Hanebus actually started from P13. Santina makes a move on Miha, we'll take a look at it. right now. Yep, a nice move around the inside. A move into Wakaixa. So yep, I was talking about Erika Hanebusa starting from P13 and now she's on P3. 10 positions gained. And I would say that Barcelona is just a place of fantastic comebacks. Fraser up to 7th, taking Livni Pasalic. Let's take a look at it. Yep, just from the inside into turn 1. That was an easy one, I would say. No, it's back to 1.5 seconds. 1.6. That's going to be really difficult to have the same pace as Aditya has for Max. Erika Hanebusa is still on 3rd. What about the battle between her and Nicholas Johansson? 58.4, 58.6. Erika is fast on this lap by 0.2 of a second. Meanwhile, Blackheart was on P5. Looks like the Mercedes has 2011 season pace. Just beautiful to see them in the top 5 again. But the question is, who will be faster? Hanebusa, Johansson, Blackwood or Armin? Actually, Armin was overtaken by Jafari. So that's great to see Mercedes overtaking McLaren. Even if it is 2012 season. Looks like this Mercedes has got a pretty nice pace. Okay, it's back to 1.4. Probably Max Miller is faster in Sector 1, but Aditya Bagus is faster on Sector 2 and Sector 3. Yep, probably. Let's see if I'm correct or not, but it's 1.3, even faster. Looks like Max has got some temperature into these tires and is able to fight for more. We're getting close to the second half of the race. Now it's 1.1 seconds already. Nothing to talk about, so if you want to join a commentary booth you can join us on Discord, the link is in the description, and just join the race streams voice chat. And as well as if you're new to the championship, you can sign up for the test driver role. The sign-ups are in our Discord server as well. Do we have some close battles? Yes, we do. Vucci Carmen and Dane Fraser. Fighting for P6. Vucic was staying alone after this first pit stop. And he'll be beaten again in a few laps. Oh, and then they save it. Vucik and Daniel, after having a light collision, but yep, it's very difficult to keep the car running. After even light collision on a wet track. So what's with the times actually? 133.5, 34.4, 34.7, and 35.4, 35.0. Daniel and Vucek. Who is going to be on P6? I think it's going to be Fraser. And yep, he's up. He's one position up. And yep, among all these five drivers, Erica is the fastest. Max Miller already less than a second behind. The battle continues between these two. I'm sure this is still not that close to Aditya for Max to try to go for a move. So we'll have to wait a bit. Oh, and actually pretty close between Bench and Berta. Not sure if there was a collision, but at least that was really close and they actually collided. Oh, 3 times. They collided 3 times. For 1, 2, 3. And looks like Berta has almost spun, but he saved it, and then boom, another collision between these two. And another one. But anyways, if they both just come together, it's going to be Fernando Toss on P9 and Santinderelli on P10. I hope I did not jinx them. Still 1.5. Sorry, 0.5, yeah. And also, if you want to be interviewed, you can join the race stream's voice chat after the race. I still think we're going to finish the race before the F1 race. Oh, sorry, F1 qualifying begins. At least I hope so. Probably now that's close enough to try to do something down the main straight. As the drivers come into the rock chicane, into Catalunya, turn 16. And the battle goes on between these two, but no, still cannot do anything. I guess his rival. Oh, and actually the rain has stopped. The rain has stopped. So the track will be drying out really soon, while Vush Garmin pits for the new tires. Actually, let's see if it's going to be some kind of Canada 2010, with the drivers changing tires from from intermediates to wets, but in this case it's going to be from wets to intermediates. For now the track is still wet, so actually Vucek is going to have 2 pit stops, yep. And he's got 30 liters of fuel. His car is going to be so heavy. And now he's down to P16. 3 tenths of a second. between these two. They complete turn number 12. Into turn number 13 they go into Europe car. Into turn 14 and 15 it's a chicane, and now into turn 16. But looks like Adit has got a better exit once again. The gap is still going to be about 4 tenths of a second. Yep. Still really close. Let's see if there is going to be an overtake into turn 3. Maybe. Or even into turn 4. As we can see, HRT in front. The gap is still 3 tenths of a second. I think that Max will go for a move into turn 10. Something complete turn number 7, TV3 into turn 8. Can we take a look at this battle from this camera? Yes, we can. Not the best camera. Max Meter was trying to go for a move there, unsuccessfully. Can already see blue flags waved for Jacob. So we can use his rear wing camera to watch this battle. Not the best camera, to be honest, but it still looks cool. Now still 6 tenths of a second between these two, and looks like it's peace ups incoming. We'll have 2 more battles between Kies and Russian, between Tostan and Drelly, and between Parcells and Oskan. As the Sauber driver makes it up to P14. Clean move. Let's use the camera once again, because why not? Yep, this is the settings from P9 to P16, as there are a couple of battles happening. And Santina looks like he makes a move on Fernando Tost. Okay. So, Santina goes around the inside. Yep. The move has worked. Jacob, will he let Bagus through? Yep, he will, but not for Max. Why into this section? The track, just why? Now that's a lot of time lost for the Ferrari. And yep, now the gap is 1 second. Jacob, why? Come on, let him through already. Thank you very much. Meanwhile, we have another battle, Kies and Rushton, but P8. These drivers come into turn 16. No overtake will happen now. 1 second. Jacob, you ruined all the fun. And there's actually a battle for B4 between Fraser and Johansson. Nichols is the one defending, as Erika Hanebusa is already 10 seconds ahead of Nicholas. It's going to be an easy move for Daniel or not, but he's gaining and gaining down the main straight. And the Zauber has just nothing to do compared to Ferrari. And Daniel's up to 4th place. Looks like the hopes for a podium for Nicholas Johansson are over. His teammate is on P2. Now we have only... Actually... We have 19 drivers racing. And actually talking about FRC, it's a lot. Because we usually have a lot of crashes. Yep, today we have a lot of like clean overtakes. And only the turn 9, if I'm not mistaken, massive pile up into... no, sorry, turn 10. Massive pile up on lap 1 was the only time when there were actually some collisions that caused drivers to retire. Not really, but to take some damage. The retirements were more because of mechanical failures. And Tabovic was crushed from behind, and there was a collision between Tabovic and the Caterham into turn 13. So yep, that was the only collision that caused a driver to retire. Other other retirements happened because of the mechanical failures for Karimov and for Hidayat. Oh, and it's raining again! It's raining again! So no hope for intermediates, sadly. And what about the pit stops? Yep, we have a pit stop for Litmin Pasalik on P7, for Bejarosh on P9. They're going for, actually Bench is going for an overcut on a Mercedes. Oh! JTLC spin, not spins but just runs wide into the gravel and loses another position. Oh, and another one, swooshy Carmin. What? Was it some kind of a McLaren master plan? I love that he just turned into Jake, like lol. Yo, race is already over, so get out of here.
Try and get back.
That was kinda stupid by the Montenegrin. But at least these two will be pitting this lap. Fritz Holler on P17 will be pitting as well. We see some debris on the track as the drivers come into turn 4. And Bagus pits. Smitler stays out. Rico Hanebusa pits as well on lap number 31, while Litmin pits on lap 30. $7.7. JTLC is already P17. I think he's going to be lost. He's going to be overtaken by Aditya. But wait a minute, is there going to be some karma for Aditya? Wait, seriously, I'm not joking. Looks like Jake has got some balls. Yep, it actually was some McLaren master plan, so Max Smith is going to be in the lead. What the hell? Aditya Backus is out of the fight for the podium, not even for a win. Oh gosh. Well done, Jake. 23 seconds lost in the pits for Aditya Backus. That was gold. Backus is going to be behind Seti and Drewley. Blackwood 7.6 seconds speed stop. Nandotos is the next one to be in the pits. .2. Looks like we've got somebody else in the pits. It is Paracelsus. The McLaren pit crew at the background is getting ready for the pit stop, if I'm not mistaken. As Max Midler, the race leader, pits, probably nothing can stop him. The way the pit crew walks into the garage and out of it to change Bagus tires is hilarious. Yep, exactly. Wait. For some reason the graphics just said that Fraser was a lap behind Max. Okay, Daniel pits. Eric Hanebusa is staying on P3 and Neil Johansson 5.7 seconds speed stop. Seti will be beaten on lap number 33. Berta Kieslin. Actually, it was a Mercedes pit crew, not McLaren, I think. 8.3. The next one is Micha. We've got some wheel spin in the pits. 5.8. 5.8. And for now it's going to be Ferrari 1-2. But a bit later, Erika Hanebusa is going to get second position and probably Backus will be third. So I was thrown about him having no chance of scoring podium. Okay, Daniel pits. Erika moves up in the second and probably Backus up in the third. Have to see. I will enable the minimap. From P3 to P5 the drivers allocated really close, so I would say it's going to be about P5 to hit for him. No, P4 actually, sorry. Yep. Backus is going to be on third, Fraser on fourth, and Santino Drell pits. The pit stop is going to be 6 seconds, I think. No, 5.5. And we have Sauber P5 and P6. A solid result. Jafar Blackwood on P7. Santino and Rowley on P8 actually going side by side with Litman Pasalic. But looks like the German driver is going to be in front, yep. And Bishop Rushton is just out of the point zone, but yep, Summit will be beating this lap. So the Williams driver has nothing to worry about. Oh, and Rosetta Martinez has got No, the field is just slow, sorry, I was thinking about another engine failure, but no. Luckily it's not going to happen again.
At the end of this lap.
Yeah, because this red light is sometimes confusing, because it it is meant to it's meant to tell that the driver has got some mechanical issue, but it says that the fuel level is low as well. Okay, Jacob will be beaten. Jake TLC is on P18, he's not last actually. Oh wait. So Max Miller will face Jake Tilsley as soon as the Ferrari driver overtakes Fritz Holler. Okay, let's take a look at Sammy Toscan. He'll be outside the top 10 after this pit stop. The pit stop time is 8.2, could be faster. So the Swedish driver is on P13, ahead of Rosetta Martinez who pits. Probably these are going to be the last pit stops of this race, I believe. It's absolutely everybody except the drivers who had who's got a damage into in lap 1, not counting Vucic have 3 pit stops. Rosetta Martinez held up a bit by Jacob Horlicker, but not that much time lost, I would say. 6.2 for the HRT driver. Okay, Smith is ahead of Ray Solar. I would like to take a look at the replay to see how easy the overtake was. Yep, it was quite easy. So the next one for Max is going to be Jake Tilsley. Yep, everybody has got 18 liters of fuel. Oh! Rosetta Martinez runs wide. The turn 4, as almost everybody does. I mean, what's wrong with this corner? Probably there is too much water. Like, because of the aquaplaning. Oh! Wait a minute. Jake Tilsley runs wide as he misses the breaking point of turn 8, actually turn 7. Okay, he is still ahead of Max Miller, so probably he tries to slow down Max Miller as fast as possible. I have no idea. As we've got 15 laps to go, it is lap 37. It's going to be lap 37 now, as Max Miller will cross the line. Looks like the visibility has got a bit better, but it's still not that good. Is it going to be actually podium for Erika Hanebusa? That would be nice to see her on the podium again. And on P3 it's Aditya Bagas, but probably another question is who will get second place? Is it going to be Erika or is it going to be Aditya? But I am probably 90% sure that Erika will get the podium. And as I was talking about the visibility, it is getting worse again. Okay. Um, Meanwhile, I'm trying to find some information about the podiums for Erica and Force India. And the last podium for Erica Hanebusa was actually at Malaysia, when she's got a second position. And her first podium, as you know, just like her win, came in Melbourne at the same year of 2011, where it was a podium for Force India. No, no, actually it was the... wait a minute. Yep, at Malaysia it was the last podium for Erica and for Force India. But as remember, Erica was racing for Sauber back then. GG's, you can see some blue flags. "21.5 seconds between Max and Erica, while Aditya is getting closer to Hanebusa. It's going to be lap number 39. 2 more laps and it's going to be 10 laps to go. Anything? Yep, a battle for P11 between Tost and Miha. Let's see how close Max will get to Jake. I think it is 1.2 seconds between them at the moment. Well, we have an onboard with Erika Hanebusa. That's it, 10 laps to go. Oh, and the DT Bugs has got a problem! Engine problem. That's an engine problem. Unluckily for him. Oh, what the... Anyways. The Indonesian just stops the car and he's going to be out of the race and out of the championship lead. Nice reflections, lol. But what's happened to him actually? So he was completing the middle sector and then here is the problem. Boom, a water leak and an engine problem. So he just had to stop the car to let Daniel through and to park as safely as he can. You can see some water leak still with the yellow flags into the wreck chicane. So you can see the bench is now at P9, that Nicholas Johansson is back to the 4th place. But the new problem for Erika Hanebusa is Daniel Fraser. He'll try to secure Ferrari a 1-2 and I think he'll try as hard as he can. Okay, he'll try as much as he can to get this 1-2. However, is up to P16 because of this retirement for DJ Bagas. Still yellow flags. Come on, Marshall, you can do it. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, you can do that. I mean, what is he doing? Okay, here we go. No more green flags, but the car is still parked there. Such an interesting decision, but yep. Green flags, the driver can race again. But Max still cannot get closer to Jake Dillsley. Actually, I would like to compare the pace of Max and the pace of other top 3 drivers like Erika and Daniel. But the gap between the leader and the second place is 24 seconds. The gap is just enormous. Max Miller has got a lap time of 1:31.966. $132, I think. 132.711. Basically 1 second faster. 131.776. Still a bit slower lap by Daniel compared to the lap time of Erika Hanebusa. As we have 8 laps to go. I think that Max Miller is going to win the race still. Only some mechanical failure can stop him, I think. As Jake is just pulling away from the Ferrari driver. Although he has blue flags, wait for him for like, I don't know, for 5 laps already. Um, Meanwhile, Summit is trying to take Fernando. Path for P11. And the yellow flag goes Fritz Holler, not really out of the race, but that's just another mistake into turn 4. Yep, it's too slippery there. And meanwhile, we have battle down the main straight. It's leading Pasalkin, Berta Kieslin. The Mercedes is ahead, meanwhile another yellow flag. And who's that? Oh! Oh, it's Max Miller with the damage! It's Max Miller with the damage! Oh! JTC just collided with Andrew Paracellos, and then spun and collided with Max Miller. This guy is a hacking genius. It would be awesome if Jake would hold up Max Miller in the pits as well. But anyways, who's going to be the race winner? Is it Erica? Is it Max? Or is it the P3 driver Daniel Fraser? This is a mess. And yep, or not, 10 seconds pit stop. So Erica Hanebus is in the lead of the race. I cannot take this race seriously anymore. It is Force India on top. Is it going to be the second race win for Erica Hanebusa since Australia 2011? How? 12 positions gained. 12 positions gained. With 6 laps to go. But the battle for the race win is still on. Daniel Fraser is losing just 3 seconds to the race leader, Erica Hanebusa. Oh, and as we can see, it looks like Daniel's gaining about 0.3 of a second per sector. That's the pace of a monster. Let's see who is going to be on top. As we have Erica Hanebusa coming through the Catalunya corner. And starting the lap number 46 of 50. Just 5 laps to go in this chase for a win. 5 laps to go. The gap is 2.6. Another half of the second gained by Daniel Fraser. This is going to be really difficult for the first Indian driver to defend from a Ferrari. As we could see, Daniel Fraser was stuck behind his teammate while coming for the first pit stop in this race. But he fought back, and now he's on second place. Much faster than the race leader Erika Hanebusa. This is really nervous. This is really nervous for Erika. This is really nervous for all the engineers, for all the pit crew in the boxes of Force India. As we've got some drivers in front, these are the lap drivers. Let's hope that it's going to be fine for Erika to overtake them. Meanwhile, the gap is 2.1 seconds. Erika has to overtake these guys as fast as possible. Blue flags for the HRT of Jacob Holker, who actually ruined a nice battle between Bagus and Smitler at the beginning of the race. 1.8, 1.8, 1 second gained by Daniel on lap number 47, 4 laps to go, 4 laps to go. Smitler still in 3rd, Nicholas Johansson in 4th. I think that Erika was not even thinking of being so high in this race. But it's still 3 seconds! 3 seconds! Was it a mistake for Daniel? Was it an actual mistake for Daniel? Oh, it was! Running a bit wide here, and it's 3 seconds again! 3 seconds again between these two! Erika, as I was saying, Erika would not think of such a high result on lap number 47 in this race, as she was starting from P13. She was starting from P13 like Abovic in 2010 started from P17 and still winning the race. Is it going to be a win for Erika Hanebusa in Abovic style? As now the Filipino driver is going to cross the line and to start lap number 48. 3 laps to go. The gap is back to 2.8 seconds. So looks like Daniel has to gain 1 second a lap, and on the final lap he has to go for a move. Max Mittler meanwhile says the fastest lap probably is going to be 1 additional point for him in the standings, but sadly it's still not going to be the win for him. I think the only scenario where Max can win the race is when Erika collides with Daniel. And we've got somebody in the voice chat. It is Benji. Hello. Actually, if you want to be interviewed, you can join after the race.
Hello?
Hello. Okay, Benji, I think I'm going to leave the voice chat now because actually, yep, I don't want to have the stream a bit laggy, so yep, see you like after the race. Anyways, let's continue. Erika Hanebusa overtakes Jacob Holker. She makes the move 1.7 seconds, 1.7 seconds and 2 laps to go. Look how close they are. Look how close they are. Oh, Jacob lets Daniel through. It's about half of the second. 2 laps to go. Who's going to be the race winner? Look how close he is. Look how close he is. Less than a second. Less than a second. 7 tenths. 7 tenths. Meanwhile, the fastest lap for Max once again, but we do not care, we do not care. As we take a look at Daniel Fraser's on board, this time he is not going to make a mistake. And now we should take a look at the lap times, and I think it was 23.3, actually 23.38 or something for Fraser and 23.5 for Erika Hanebusa. The move can happen now for Daniel Fraser or not. Not yet. Not yet, but still really close between these two. As they come into turn number 11, turn number 12. Into Europe car. The rock chicane. It's going to be really close as these drivers come through the Catalonia circuit. Sorry, Catalonia corner. Yep, still Catalonia circuit, but I meant the corner. And Dane Fraser catches the slipstream behind the Force India. No DRS because it is still raining. And it's going to be side by side. Final lap of the race. Who's going to be the winner? Who's going to be the winner? Looks like it's not enough speed for Daniel, but he still dives around the inside, and it's P1 for him. It's P1 for him on the final lap of the race. It's going to be really difficult for Erika to fight back, but she can try. She can try. Probably it's not going to lead to anything. Well, Tilser takes Horlaker, but still the gap is half of the second. Mercedes power unit and Ferrari power unit. But we know which car has better aerodynamics. It's Ferrari, and who has better experience is Daniel Fraser. It's going to be really difficult, so I can say that it is going to be Daniel Fraser leading the race until the final corner. Anyways, that was a fantastic race by Erika Hanebusa, although she is not going to win the race. Also a masterclass by Daniel Fraser after such a bad luck in the pits, after such a bad strategy by Ferrari. She has the final corner, she has the final sector to complete. Into the rock chicane and now into Catalonia. Here comes Daniel Fraser in such difficult conditions. He wins the race on the final lap, overtaking Force India of Erika Hanebusa, who comes home second to get the first podium for herself and for Force India since Malaysia 2011. This guy just made the race so good. Thank you very much, Jake. Thank you very much. It was not the best race for you, but that was something. Thank you. Max Mitterer finished the race on third after this collision. P4 Nicholas Johansson, a lot of points for Zauber. P5 Mercedes is back into the top teams, I think, but at least for this race with Sanchindra on P6, then we have Kieslin, Pasalic, Rushton, Oscar on P10, then Miha, Toss on P12, Armin, Paracels, Martinez, and that's it. Congratulations to Daniel Fraser, and we'll be listening to the national anthems of United Kingdom and Italy really soon. Here goes the yellow flag, and oh, it's Berta Kieslin. What was that? Oh gosh. I mean, it was meant to be a cooldown lap.
Watch
Well,
out.
anyways, back to our winner. As well as it is the fastest lap for Max Mittler and yep, such a nice podium, Ferrari for Indy Ferrari. So we're going to review our results again. Fraser Hanebusas Mittler, Johansson Blackwood Andrelli, Kestin Pasal Grashton, Oskan Miha Tost, Armin Parcells Martinez, Tilsley Holker Toller, Mausidi Karimov, and Abovich. About the fastest lap, it is okay, here. Smither, the fastest lap, Tilsley second, and the DJ Bagus third. And now we're going to listen to the national anthems of United Kingdom and Italy. And that's it for today's race. Once again, thank you for watching. Yep, that was something. A first win for Dane Fraser this season, a first podium for Erika Hanebusen for India this season, and yep, Max Mittler had a late drama there. I was thinking that nobody is going to stop him, but he was stopped by the guy who finished outside the top 10, but still, I think he's the driver of the day, actually. Congratulations to Jake Tilsley. So, yep, we can say that it is a fifth race and a fifth different race winner. That's it, it was Vucik Armin, Aditya Bagus, Adam Hidayat, Santi Andrelli, and now it's Daniel Fraser, so congratulations. Once again, thank you for watching. I wish you good afternoon, a good evening, or a good night, and goodbye.